started our last week in Germany off with a day trip to Esslingen. And if someone told me that they thought this town was pretty, I'd say that pretty is an understatement because oh my god, was Esslingen stunning. The architecture combined with the vineyards in the distance combined with the knowledge that this town was over 1,000 years old made this day feel like an out-of-body experience for me. We went on a tour of the city and I felt like each building in Esslingen had its own story to tell. Our tour guide stopped us at an old fountain that had engraved art all around it. And if I can remember, the story about the art goes that one day a man came across an expensive ring in the woods. He boasted about it at the pub, yet another man made everyone think he was a murderer because someone else had been murdered in the woods and the man found the victim's ring. The man was put on trial and was eventually sentenced to death, yet he kept pleading his innocence. But when he realized he would be sentenced for a crime he did not commit, he swore his vengeance. And so he was murdered and his head was chopped off in the guillotine. But later, the man who accused the other of murder was out in the same woods when he heard noises, and sure enough, the headless horseman, or the man that was falsely accused, killed the other man in the woods. And yes, this story is quite morbid, but the point is that our tour guide gave background information like this with every aspect of the city. We stepped inside of a church, and although I'm not that religious, it was so angelic. The way the light bounced off of the stained glass was something I thought I'd only see in photographs, and the sheer silence in the church was both chilling and calming. After that, we had time to ourselves, so we walked downtown and explored the sights and sounds of Esslingen. I loved this town, I loved Germany, I loved being here, I loved feeling alive. It was amazing. I remember leaning against the exterior of a coffee shop while a girl played her guitar and sang, and I felt truly at peace. So I packed almost all of my things. There's a sweat pea. And I'm realizing like this is one of the last times I'll be sitting here in this house forever. And I'm very sad. I'm very sad. I think I want to cry here instead of crying in front of everyone else. Then as I sit here and the wind blows and you can hear the birds chirp so loudly when you just sit still. The strawberries are so small, but that's because they're locally grown and they're flavorful and they don't taste like the strawberries back home. Everything is so different, but in such a good way. I'm just really sad to leave this life because I feel very free here. And now I have to go back to my real life. And that's okay. My real life is something that I'm proud of. I'm proud of the life that I'm living. But this is just something that I think I will truly remember for a lifetime. This experience has changed me. It's made me appreciate things in a different light. It's made me see the world differently, see how people could live differently. And that's such a beautiful thing. I'm very thankful for this experience because when someone is in the midst of changing, I don't think you ever notice it. When I was on this trip, I didn't notice, but looking back, I think I've learned so much about myself here, and I want to go back and soak in the moment of life. And I think that's what this trip has truly taught me. And it reminds me of that one TikTok sound from The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Because we'll all be dads and moms one day. One day our pictures will be up on the walls. But right now, this is real. And you are with me, and you are here, and I'm real, and I'm experiencing these moments. And sometimes I think I want to freeze this type of moment in time. But then I think the reason that it's ending, the reason why I'm so sad that it's ending, is because of how glorious it was.